Good morning, shiny, happy people holding hands. Just quoting a little REM this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Puerto Vallarta Real News. I'm your host, Brent Lane. And of course, that means it's 10 a.m. Puerto Vallarta time. We always strive to start on time, as Laura, lovely L3, strives to be right in on time as well. Good morning, L3. Good to see you here this morning. And I know we'll have a good group of folks coming in here in just a little bit. But you, of course, have joined Puerto Vallarta Real News, PVRN. Once again, I'm Brent Lane, as I said, and today is June the 4th. Time is a ticking. Good morning, Sly. Good to see you. Cold doesn't even register for me right now. That seems so crazy. It's so hot here. Somewhere between Sly and us is perfect weather. I don't know where that is right now, but if your weather is perfect, let's hear about it because I'm jealous. But again, we are in paradise. Good morning, Jordan. I see you. Good morning, Red Sector 1 Synth Pop Band. That's an interesting name. I don't think I've seen you here before. Good morning. I love to have new folks. If you're coming back and you've been here before and I missed you, well, you did the right thing. You came in and you said good morning. And so take a second to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell below and you'll get all the notifications when the show's coming on so you never miss me live. All right. So with that, what's going on, everybody? So let me give you a live shot of what it looks like out there today. It is another overcast day in Puerto Vallarta. Good morning, Matt. Good to see you here. And so, yeah, we got a bit of rain yesterday. I believe there were also some power outages, which also lead to water outages. So I think I saw a funny post on Facebook yesterday. It might have been one of our friends, but I think it was one of our friends. I won't name it, but he said like we all need to invest in plastic tarps for CFE so they can put it over all of their electrical transformers to prevent the power from going out the minute the rain hits it. So maybe the CFE needs to put together a GoFundMe for plastic tarps. All right, we won't pick on CFE too long, but good morning, everybody. Good morning, MedPro17. Good to see you this morning again. Thank you for coming back. I love it. What else is going on? So this isn't in my news today, but there is a big wave warning. I don't think that's the official way they say it, but that means red flags at the beach. We've got some big waves coming in. We've definitely got some storms offshore right now that hopefully won't turn in and hit the coast. They're not expected to right now, but that can change, and I'll keep my eye on it. But if you're going out to the beach today and you see a red flag, do not get in the water. One, it means there's either big waves, a big riptide, or there could be a big crocodile. All of that is the red flag. So if you're not into swimming with those things, I know some of you are not, then, you might want to stay out when it's a red flag day. Good morning, Chandra. Great to see you again from Santa Cruz. I bet you're the one with perfect weather. I was doing a call out a little earlier when Sly was saying it was so cold where he is, and I'm saying it's so hot here. Somewhere in between is perfect, and it's probably your weather in Santa Cruz. Good. You prefer not to swim with the Crocs. Yeah, they're a little bitey. Good morning. Speaking of Crocs, right above your comment, there's John Wright, our Croc Cam guy. Yes, John, I'm sure it's absolutely perfect in Santa Cruz. That is awesome. And I think Santa Cruz does a Lost Boys Film Festival. I don't know if they do it every single year because we know it was filmed there. Rather than the fictitious location, but I think they do that there, and that's really, really cool. Like I've done a Jaws one before, but I've never done a Lost Boys one. But I digress. Santa Cruz on my mind, and your perfect weather. All right, what else is going on? So, how's Restaurant Week going for everybody? I would love to hear about it. You can chat, you can put it in the comments, but any new finds this year, things that maybe haven't been there before, or places you haven't been before, and you're like, oh my gosh, this was a perfect 3-course menu. We went to a restaurant night before last, but we didn't actually order off of the restaurant week menu. We ordered off the regular menu because a couple of the courses weren't exactly what we want. But that's fine. We're actually headed out to a restaurant tonight for restaurant week, and I think we'll be ordering off the actual restaurant week menu tonight. But we haven't hit a lot of them this year. So if you've got a suggestion, if you've got something you've gone to and it was new to you or maybe new to us or just amazing, chat about it. Let's hear about it. I'd love to comment on it as well. Maybe I've been there. And don't forget, for those who don't know, Restaurant Week, weeks, like 3 of them. It's going to end on June 10th. So you've only got 6 more days to take advantage of that. But I'm also seeing like groups like Trisha's Everything group in Puerto Vallarta. They're doing like the sizzling summer menu. So maybe we'll hear more about that soon. But I think like my Gen Expats group and like the PVRN meetups that we're doing, we're just trying to find ways to support local businesses and trying to be creative and see what sticks. Like, I don't know if the weekly meet and greet that I'm doing, I haven't, it hasn't really got going quite yet. It's about to, but I don't know how that's going to run. We'll see, but it's going to be a great chance if you're a viewer here to come out and chat with me and support a local business. So more about that as we get closer to one of the meet and greets. Also, I read a story. I'm not reporting fully on it today, but it came out just before the show started that reports are coming in that, I guess it's no big surprise, but hotel bookings are off to a slow start for the World Cup. They're not seeing as many bookings as they might have expected. I'm not sure did they really expect, bookings to be through the roof. I don't know, but they are saying that they are expecting more bookings, more last minute. All I can say is we hope so. I mean, that would be great. We want to see that. We want the World Cup attendees to go to the matches, have an amazing time, and then take the family and come to the beach and come experience beautiful Puerto Vallarta for what it is, because it is an amazing freaking place. Once again, beautiful, amazing. Other than Santa Cruz and a few other places, it might be way more beautiful than where you live. So I'm hoping they get here. Moving on. Only in America, everyone else is fine. Yeah. Hey, good morning, by the way, Chris. Good to see you, brother. That is Chris Anderson of the Anderson Report. All right. What else? Well, I think we're going to jump into the news now. Before I do that, I need a sip of coffee. I don't know if you guys do, so why don't we get it going? Why don't we do a cheers? I don't know. I don't know if we want the jingle. I've done it a couple days in a row, so let's just cheers for now. If I get a request for the jingle before the show ends, I'll do the jingle next time. But cheers to you. I hope you cheers with me. I always find the coffee can be fun. Yeah. Oh, good. So I saw that you, thank you, Chris. I saw that you were out at Act 2 PV. Awesome that we're going to get a report on that soon. That's amazing. All right. Jump into the news. All right. First up, speaking of World Cup, boom. And I'll put this on a big screen in just a second for y'all, but let me jump into it. So Mexican authorities are issuing a strict warning to local businesses ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Carolina Perez Luna, the director of intellectual property protection at Mexico's Intellectual Property Institute, I didn't even know that existed until just this very minute, announced that officials will be aggressively monitoring the use of over 300 FIFA registered trademarks. Businesses in Jalisco and the Bay Area that broadcast matches or use World Cup branding without proper authorization face very large penalties, which fines can reach up to 250,000 UMA units, which translates to approximately 29 million pesos or 1.5 million US dollars. Good luck collecting. Sorry, I don't mean to put an editorial in the middle of the show, but wow, let me zoom in on that. To avoid devastating, I would say that's not a hyperbole in this story, fines or potential closures, business owners must follow strict compliance guidelines. Establishments must utilize a legally licensed commercial broadcast service rather than standard personal streaming accounts, and they are strictly prohibited from charging admission or using official FIFA logos, trophies, or mascots in advertising. Furthermore, any establishment planning larger setups, such as broadcasting on a giant screen, hosting corporate sponsors, running promotional giveaways, or expecting crowds exceeding 1,000 attendees, must officially apply for the authorization through FIFA's licensing portal. Wow. Okay. What's your opinion on that one? Enforceable? Not enforceable? Are they really going to show up at like a sports bar that puts a big screen up and you hear a goal and they come running for it? I just don't know. I mean, clearly you don't want to be the business that, tests that and that happens to you, but it seems different and it seems it deviates and it's FIFA's mandate. So we'll see what happens, but there you go. If you're a bar owner and you're going to show the game, match, your choice. Have at it. But you have been warned by FIFA and the government. Okay, next up, a feel-good story. We've commented on a few of these in the past, and I'll make that big in just a second. Don't you worry. But the municipal government of Valle de Banderas has officially opened its application process for a new economic support program aimed at boosting local entrepreneurs. Spearheaded by the Directorate of Economic Development, the initiative offers financial grants to local businesses owners looking to strengthen equipment or expand their micro, small, or medium sized businesses. The program is designed to stimulate economic growth and job creation across the municipality. Let me give you a bigger shot of that so you can read it. I know it's in Spanish, I didn't translate it, but you're getting the gist of it from me. The program is designed to stimulate economic growth and job creation across the municipality, and to qualify for the funding, interested business owners must submit their application along with basic identification and proof of address and a detailed project proposal demonstrating how the financial aid will be utilized. Municipal officials emphasize that the process is completely transparent and free of charge. Business owners are encouraged to visit the designated municipal offices during their standard working hours to file their paperwork before the upcoming submission deadline. I will say, if you go into that office and you say that your business proposal is showing a large screen of the FIFA matches illegally, you're probably not going to get that loan. Just saying. All right, what's Chris got to say? So only have to worry if you're illegally streaming most part. Yeah, and yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I hear you. I know that definitely, Chris Anderson, in the U.S., that is a thing. I feel like here with the IPTV streaming being so prevalent, with many the bars and things here, and also streaming through the internet, I feel like a lot of the bars and restaurants here are going to just stream it and take their chances. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll have a good package that they'll, offer these bars and restaurants to be legal. Yeah, definitely go out there and check it out. There's a few big sports bar owners here that would be more than happy to comment on that. I wish them luck. Everybody right now needs a little bit of luck in their business, and they need a little bit more people in their bars and restaurants. So with that, I'll give them a clink. Good luck. Keep your head down. Enjoy football, and go Mexico versus South Africa on the 11th. Don't forget that match is coming up. I gotta stop calling them games. Such an American. All right. Next up, you might have seen this on social media. I don't know, but this next story popped up this morning as a high priority fugitive wanted by the United States authorities has been captured in Puerto Vallarta following a coordinated security operation. Mexico federal agents operating alongside local and state police forces tracked the suspect down with the municipality after intelligence sharing flagged their presence in the tourist zone right here in Puerto Vallarta. The individual, whose identity is being withheld pending formal legal proceedings, faced an active arrest warrant in the U.S. for serious federal charges. Following the arrest, the subject was immediately transferred to immigration and federal custody to initiate the formal deportation processes. Local authorities emphasize that this successful capture highlights the strength of cross-border security cooperation and the continuous effort to keep Puerto Vallarta a safe destination. We all want that. The fugitive is expected to be handed over to the U.S. federal marshals at the border within the coming days. So good job nabbing him. We don't want Puerto Vallarta to be a safe haven for people on the run from the U.S. It's not the first time we've had this happen here. It's probably not the last time we've had this happen here. I think most people remember the situation a few years back when the federal authorities had to come in and grab a prominent entertainer who had his face on every poster in town. What you thinking? But I digress. That's a polarizing story. But at the end of the day, this guy was here. There's something going on with him in the U.S. He was wanted for some pretty major crimes. So I'm glad that he's on his way back home. He gets a free ticket. Good for him. All right. Also, if you are in Pitial, you'll probably already know about this story before I do. But a major water pipeline rupture in Puerto Vallarta has forced SafePal to temporarily cut off service to the municipal neighborhoods across the El Pitial delegation. The leak, which occurred unexpectedly on Wednesday, prompted emergency maintenance crews to rush to the site and contain the flooding and begin structural repairs on the main line. Local water authority officials confirmed that the pressure drop has officially impacted both residential homes and commercial businesses throughout the area. SafePal crews are working continuously to replace the damaged sections of the pipe and restore normal water pressure as quickly as possible. Residents in the affected colonies are being urged to ration their existing water storage and limit non-essential water usage until the repairs are fully finalized. Officials anticipate that the service will gradually stabilize across the grid by late evening. That was last night, and the system is safely repressurized. So now my question is, if you're in Pithial, do you got water? Did you lose water? Hopefully it's back and you didn't have to go, fill up some buckets to flush your toilet and go through the emergency procedures we've talked about here in preparation for losing water. But hopefully that story's in our rearview mirror. But that's one I pulled this morning. And so again, if you're out there and you don't have water, well, let's hear about it. All right, one more cup of coffee or sip of coffee before we jump into our final story today. And so with me, please have a cheers. And the cheers is to you for joining every single day. I love it. I love seeing people on here live. Please keep sharing this newscast with your friends and your family and everyone else because, I just need the viewership to continue to grow. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me engaged. I love it. And, it keeps me going 5 days a week and just having fun with it. So the more folks I get on here live and the more folks watching, it's just more fun that way. That's it. So it's all about me. And if you've got a story idea, if you got something you want to chat about, well, there's the email address right there in the bottom corner, pvrnmx@gmail.com. If you're interested, you've got a story, you've got a situation in your neighborhood, you've got something you think you want me to cover, you just want to chat, you've got a sponsorship idea for me, well, great. That's a great way to reach me right there on my email address. And hey, better late than never. I see you, Melissa. Good morning to you. And by the way, Explorer Melissa PV, her company Bucket List Travel is one of our latest cross-promotional sponsors. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You're going to, right on time at the bottom of the screen, right there. It's like I planned it. There it is going across the scroll bar. So be sure if you've got any traveling needs, turn your bucket list into the vacation of a lifetime. There's information going across the scroll through the entire show and at the credits and the show notes all about Bucket List Travel and my friends over there. So you get a little shout out as being new to the show. So thank you so much for your support and cross promotion of Puerto Vallarta Real News. And that reminds me, if you've got a business and this time of year it's a bit tight and you don't necessarily want to start paying for advertising. Sometimes if your business and my business match up, we can do some cross promotion and see how that works. So always open to hear that. Again, just email me if you want to chat about it. I'll send you out a little information sheet about it. And again, welcome, welcome, Bucket List Travel. Nice to see you on the show. All right, let's jump into the final story today, which is another positive one, which I'm glad. This one is regarding Puerto Vallarta's Municipal Animal Welfare Division has released the official schedule for its free pet sterilization campaign running throughout the month of June. Let's give you a shot here. Here it is. Boop. There he is. Oh, poor guy. Look at him. Let's give you a bigger shot of him. That's right. Good news for us. Maybe bad news for this tabby over there. But the mobile veterinary clinics will travel to various neighborhoods across the city, aiming to control the local dog and cat population and promote responsible pet ownership. The surgeries are provided entirely free of charge to local residents. Those spaces limited at each site, and it is a first come, first served basis with your kitty or your puppy or whoever's about to get sterilized. So pet owners looking to take advantage of the service must ensure their animals are healthy, clean, and have fasted for at least 12 hours prior to surgery, just like us. Female pets must not be actively nursing or in heat to safely undergo the procedure. The municipal government urges residents to review the specific neighborhood calendar and arrival times to ensure their pets secure a spot for the operation. And if you need to know where that's at or you need one of the locations, let me know. I coordinate with a lot of the local pet and pet rescue organizations, Friends of Pets here in PV with Harmony and what they do, Sula with Lizzie and then Laura and the team over there. And I just seem to have a lot of groups that deal with the pets that deal with me, so I can connect you and we can get you more information. All right, with that, that's the end of the show today. Thank you so much for jumping in and joining me live. I know predominantly everybody catches this on replay, which is great too, so be sure to leave a comment. But that's the end of the show. Stick around for about a minute to support my sponsors, and you'll even notice the new Bucket List Travel one in the scroll at the end, along with the amazing sponsors like PV Aesthetics and South of the Burger and Asphalt Radio and Barrio boutique hotels. We got so many great ones. But again, I don't throw them out in your face too much just today. So have a great day. Great to see you too, Med Pros. Have a wonderful one. So nice for y'all to be on here today. And with that, I will see you tomorrow for Casual Friday. Remember, Casual Friday is unscripted, unedited, all that other fun stuff. So if you've got an idea for tomorrow, send it to me and I will talk about it. We'll just have a good little community chat. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.